good morning, Texas. It's the weekend, and wow, November is here. We are back with the Connect Show Texas. I am your host, Wendy Morales, and today we have multi-platinum entertainer and a great friend to our show, Miss Lundon Knighten, co-hosting with me today. Welcome, Lundon.
Hello, Wendy. How are you today? Looking fabulous as always. Oh my gosh. So, fall is upon us. How are you feeling about the fall season?
You know, I actually was not ready, but this morning we woke up to beautiful rain. It rained all night. It is a bit cloudy, but I love it when it rains and we're, changing, moving on to the next season, and the temperature isn't just from one extreme to the other. So yeah, I think I'm ready. How about yourself?
Personally, I'm dressed as pumpkin spice. Okay, ready to give it all the flavor it needs to have. I love fall fashions, etc. Getting cozy, falling in love, all of the things.
Well, pumpkin spice is definitely your color. You look absolutely stunning and gorgeous in that color. It's actually one of my favorites as well. So, but you wear it so well, Lundon. And Lundon, you are one of our favorites on this show. And so I'm glad that you're here to host with me today. Tell us, what have you been up to? I know from your Instagram that you are always on the move. And guys, you have to go and follow Lundon's Instagram if you aren't already. She is super active and super entertaining. It's such an honor to get to co-host with you, knowing that Usher is going to the Super Bowl and you help write some of his hits. It's just, you're phenomenal.
Takes one to know one. Enough about me. I actually hear we're co-hosting with another fabulous woman today.
Yes, we do. And she's actually a returning guest and also one of our favorites here on the Connect Network. Let's welcome premier technology consultant and entrepreneur and the owner of Shelby Tech Solutions, Miss Kat Lopez Shelby. Hey, Kat, welcome back to the show.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me back. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you.
Well, it's always a pleasure to have you with us, Kat. And you have over 2 decades of technology experience. Can you delve into your journey and how you came to found your very own informative technology company?
Well, obviously you can look at my LinkedIn profile, but I started with one of the major LECs, AT&T, and I was there for over 13 years. And one of the things that I saw when I worked as a small business rep is, companies out there, small, medium enterprise companies that are overwhelmed by the options. And obviously when you work for a particular LEC, you're like pushing like, we're the best. And sometimes we're great, but we may not have a custom fit solution that really is going to work for that client. And so I founded Shelby Technology Solutions because what our goal is we're an advocate for all of our customers with big LECs, with suppliers. So instead of, let's say a particular supplier saying, we're going to try to like make this, square peg fit in a round hole, we're going to find the solution that actually fits for that square peg, so to speak. We truly advocate for our clientele, as well as, we bring the latest technology. We always make recommendations and, we keep up with everything going on. And I'm sure yourself, Wendy, and also Lundon, as business owners, it's a lot out there that you have to keep up with. And, having someone on your side, we can function as additional staff for you. We can advocate for you when you look at renegotiating contracts, whether that be for like hosted phone systems or connectivity or cybersecurity. We make sure that all of those items are taken care of for you.
You know what? You beat me to the question. So I'm just going to have you reiterate that for our viewers. And I'm going to ask again, what services do you provide as a experienced, personalized technology consultant?
So we really offer everything from recommending particular suppliers to contract review, to reviewing your tech stack, to helping you with your cloud transformation or your digital transformation. And one of the big things we're doing right now is cybersecurity and dark web reviews for our clientele. That's been huge over the last couple of weeks. I cannot tell you, as we go into the fourth quarter of this year, we're going to hit DDoS season, and we're going to hit the holidays. And so it's just a crazy time, especially when it comes to cybersecurity.
Speaking of cybersecurity, Kat, as people become more and more tech savvy with the use of AI and other devices, scamming is at its all-time high. Even the Connect Network's Instagram page got hacked and we still don't have it back. Yeah, really bad deal. And so tell us, what can we do security-wise to protect your online information?
So obviously, I think I like to always say, take it back to basics, but whenever possible, set up multi-factor authentication or an authenticator, because having that extra layer of protection just helps. I mean, I always say the simplest things to, fix or correct or work on are making sure like your passwords are not easily guessed or recommended. I mean, I'm going to take it back a couple years, but we had the Solar Winds hack, and it was hacked because somebody's password was like solar1234#. So, I mean, make your passwords more difficult. Don't make it anything that they can find on your Facebook, your Instagram, or any of your social media, as well as make sure that you do have multi-factor authentication set up, because, that gives you, not only do you need your password, but then you've got to get a code either through your phone or through an authenticator of some kind. Another recommendation we always make for our businesses is make sure that you're training your employees. I mean, it can be as simple as setting up a quarterly training for your guys, or have automated training, which we actually help our clients with, to set up automated trainings. And, there's simple things you can do, especially with emails, to make sure that you're protected. So all of those things really help.
Kat, I actually wanted to make a point. We actually had the two-step verification, but that ended up giving the hacker the verification code because we thought that it was Meta we were talking to. So how can you know who you're talking to and not get hacked like we did?
Oh my goodness, Wendy, I absolutely love this question. And here's why. So this is where I say policies and training are so important, because a lot of the hackers, what they'll do is they'll create an email, or they'll message you on Facebook or Instagram, and all the graphics and everything will look just like it's coming directly from Meta, or just like it's coming from your bank or your Office 365. So you want to take it a step further with your verification. Look at their profile. Meta is never going to message you and it say user 12345 or something besides Meta in the profile, in that message. And the same thing goes for your emails. If you get something saying, hey, you're almost over your limit, or hey, you need to reset your password, click on where that email is coming from. And, obviously, let's say you have GoDaddy. If it doesn't have GoDaddy or info or something like that, and it has, some random Gmail, that's someone trying to hack in. And that goes to, a separate thing where I was talking about having additional security on your email, because a lot of times the spam filters don't hit those. But if you get an additional security on your email, which is super inexpensive, especially for businesses, they'll actually pull all those out, because what they'll look at is where the email is coming from, what the titles and all that is. But it's really making sure, I hate to say it, but it's double checking, because we as humans have a tendency to just look, and something can come from let's say First National Bank of wherever, but you'll notice it'll, instead of it being FIRST, it'll be FIRT, and we just correct it in our minds. Right. So it's little things like that. So you have to double check everything.
From social media accounts to even banking accounts and digital wallets. So what accounts are most likely to be hacked? Because we are younger people getting hacked. I can only imagine the stress this brings for older folk, older adults.
No, and that's the thing that I will always point out to people, especially if you have parents. And one of the things that we have constantly talked to her about is, don't open everything that you receive via text message. Really, if you did not send a message to someone requesting something, don't ever open those, because that opens up your phone, which has your email and everything on it. So you have to be very proactive, about things like that. And I mean, I hate to say it, but the age bracket of people who are let's say doing the not so great deeds is younger and younger, but they're doing lots of cloning and phishing and all those kinds of things. And so it's just an upgraded version of what people used to do over the phone, except now they're doing it via email and messaging and things of that nature.
Hold that thought, because when we come back, we'll have our very own Kat sharing her professional thoughts on how to help you make and save your business money. Also, we'll have some juicy hot topics and you won't want to miss it.
Hi, my name is Brooklyn Sudano, and you can catch me on Cruel Summer on Freeform, Hulu, and Amazon worldwide. You are watching the Connect Network TV.
95% of businesses fail in the first 5 years. It is sad. And one of the number one reasons is because of the lack of capital. Hi, winners. My name is Terry Kauser, and I'm a credit expert. And I specialize in helping entrepreneurs and investors leverage their personal and business credit to get $100,000 and more in funding super fast. I can't wait to share with you on The Connect Show.
Welcome back to the Connect Show, Texas. And if you're just joining us, Lundon Knighten and Kat Lopez, Shelby, are co-hosting with me today. Kat owns her own technology consulting agency, and she's here sharing her expertise.
Kat, speaking of your services, how do you decide and differentiate which technology services best fit each client?
So really what we do is similar to like when a doctor takes a holistic view to you as like a whole body person. That's the same thing that we do with our clients. We really want to understand like what makes their business work, what makes them money, and what their priorities are. And knowing those things helps us to be able to make a customized plan with like the over 600 different suppliers that we can provide for them to make sure like we're helping them improve their customer service. We're helping them improve their cybersecurity stack. We're making sure that they have built-in redundancy so they can stay active. I mean, I know we've talked about it a lot from the start of this of how important technology is to our businesses. But I mean, really, everything is changing all the time. And, you know, not just that, but how people want to connect with you and your business has changed. You know, it used to be look through the yellow pages and find a number, where now people want to be able to, you know, send you a chat. They want to be able to text message you. You know, we want to make sure that we're helping our businesses future proof and go towards making them more money.
So good, Kat. It sounds like you are making sure your clients are covered and well taken care of. Mm-hmm. So women make up only 28% of the STEM, which is a science, technology, engineering, and math. For those of you that didn't know what that was, workforce. As a woman in an industry that is underrepresented like us, what are some challenges you face as an entrepreneur?
So I actually really love this topic, and it's something I'm super passionate about because I still go to meetings and trainings where I'm the only female in the room. And, you know, I always say, you know, just give me a little inch, open that door a little bit, and I'm going to kick it open, because I think it's so important for businesses like myself and people like me to, and use the term to set the example, like, hey, you can own your own business. Hey, you can make space for yourself within the tech industry. There's really nothing stopping you in today's age. And I mean, I always point out when I go to a conference or something like that in the feedback, you know, hey, you had 115 speakers and 5 were women. Like, what's going on? Because I know we're everywhere. So things like that.
Glad you're not letting it stop you, and glad you're getting in there, even if you are the only woman. Mm-hmm. Yay to you, Kat. So, Kat, can you give our guests 2 or 3 tips on using technology to increase income right now, but particularly with AI?
I think the biggest thing you can do with AI is if you have any type of easy and quick fixes. So, and I'll use the example, we have a client that's a bank, and they did not have a way for someone to like check their balance over the phone. I mean, just think about having like a person on there having to go into the account, whereas something that takes 5 to 10 minutes, like put in your passcode, set up the security, and do. I mean, it's simple things that make a huge difference. If you're talking more of like a service industry, this can help your revenue. Have a way to automate text message reminders like, hey, we're coming out to service today. So that way your technicians aren't driving on site and there's nobody home or somebody forgot. Little things like that really make huge improvements. And there are things that you can automate and utilize AI.
So many great tips, Kat. And there are so many that can benefit from your services right here. So tell everyone, what's the best way to connect with you, to hire you, to work with you? Can you share with our guests?
Absolutely. You can always go to our website and send us an email. It's info@shelbyts.com. That's a great way to get in touch with us, or give us a call and we can set up an appointment.
Yes, I'm sure they'll keep right up, Kat. And you guys know we love the cash flow, right? But it's time to switch gears and get into some hot topics. But this one is actually right up your alley, Kat, because it deals with the genetic company 23andMe. You guys have heard of them, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
Oh my gosh. I've gotten my genes tested before. And this is one of those companies who you send your DNA to, they test your genes, and hopefully, your genetics come back with matches of where you are from, where you and your family are from. Well, their systems have been cyber hacked, sending millions of people's users information in their, sensitive information out into the cyberspace for all to see. Over 1 million have been hacked already in the month of October. Wow. The hacker actually goes by the name of Golem, published the genetic profiles on the cybercrime marketplace breach forums. Now, Golem claims that the profiles include some of the wealthiest families serving Zionism, as well as some of the wealthiest families in the US, as well as Europe. Can you imagine having your information just floating out in cyberspace? I personally can't. Now, 23andMe have released a statement letting all customers know that they were hacked. Have you guys ever used 23andMe?
So I haven't used 23andMe. And I know I have I like to say a conspiracy theory concern, but the thing that I think about is having that kind of information breach, because I know with some of these, I don't know if it's specific for 23andMe, they'll do a DNA analysis that talks about things for your health. And so all those things can be used when you go for life insurance and things like that, or necessarily used against you. So, I personally haven't. I'm not going to say that I never will. I mean, it's something I definitely have wanted to look into. But I mean, as well as who wants their dirty laundry out there somewhere? You may have a half sister or a half cousin or, something just out there crazy like that. That is what gets me.
I personally have not used it myself, but my daughter has. So now I'm worried. So Kat, with you being the expert in this field, what action, if we should take any action, what should we take with this happen?
So I think this should be taken as any type of hack. If you're involved with that company, is find out, number one, were you affected? So that's the first thing. And the second thing is, depending on what information was actually released, that's kind of where you make a plan of action. If your credit card was released, or that, your health information was released, you want to put protections out there, whether that's, some type of fraud block, whether that's, do a dark web review or have someone do that. Obviously Shelby Tech does that, but reach out to someone and say, hey, I want to find out, do we have any leaked confidential information that's out there, so that you can kind of protect yourself in the long run, things like that.
That's so good to know. Thank you very much for that information, Kat. And speaking of leaked information, Britney Spears, her memoir, The Woman in Me, is out. And before the book even hit the stands, Britney made headlines for some of the secret her new look has revealed. So from the termination of her and Justin's baby to steamy affairs with actors. So what do you ladies think? TMI, or should she share her story?
I personally think everyone should share their story, especially if you're at a point in your life where you feel comfortable to do so. It's so freeing and therapeutic to write and share your story. And it may help others see you in a different light, understand you more clearly if you aim for that, or just to, like I say, be therapeutic for yourself. I did not know these tidbits before the book was released. So I'm on edge. And I'm hearing that it's, causing maybe some tiffs for JT now. And it's just interesting as this talk comes up about men's role in women's reproductive rights. It's all interesting. So
I'm with you, Kat. I love the transparency, especially, for someone as famous as she is. Women can learn so much I think, from her memoir. How about you, Kat? What are your thoughts?
I think her getting her story out right now is so important. And I think to a certain extent, it gives everyone kind of like, oh, here's her mindset or here's what she went. So you have a better idea of what that tumultuous time was really like for her and what, not like what cause and effect there was. So it's not just kind of like the tabloid version of everything.
Absolutely. And in other celebrity news, Kim Kardashian reveals she hired a nanny, which is a male nanny, ladies. So, on a recent episode of The Kardashians, the 42-year-old reality star discussed the difficulties of raising her 4 children. I can imagine. She's a busy woman. Yeah. She then goes on to discuss her decision to hire a nanny, stating, I really wanted a male around that would be picking them up and taking them to sports. And I was scared out of my mind to tell their dad that. What do y'all think of a nanny? Would you hire one?
So I've had one before. No, and I always like to preface this. It was a family member, but I mean, obviously I think that, both feminine and masculine energy to a certain extent are important in raising kids or having that type of environment around. So, I mean, I feel like, why not? Just as women can do jobs that men can do, men can do jobs that women can do. So I say it's all good.
No lies told, Kat. And I agree with you. I feel like now the only thing I don't think there should be like anything hidden from their father. Like, okay, if you hire a man, you hire a man. They, like you stated, Kat, children need male and female presence in their life, I believe. If they have it, that doesn't mean they will fall into lack per se, but there's good to have that presence around, especially raising, she has male children as well, so there's that, but just keep everyone in the loop. I feel like when you are honest, that's the best policy. And honesty also keeps everyone level-headed. Surprises are the thing. Like if I have to hear about some man raising my child through the tabloids, I may feel a bit different versus if I heard it from you.
Mm-hmm. Good point. Great point. So yes, London. Well, ladies, I am loving these hot topics, but stay close, Texas. We'll be right back after this break with more headlines, so stay tuned.
Cherry, founder of the award-winning blog Life of a Cherry Wife. If you're looking to follow for mom and lifestyle content, fashion, Latina life, and good vibes, this is the place for you. Head over to www.lifeofacherrywife.com for the latest in these areas. Follow me on social at Life of a Cherry Wife.
Hi, I'm Jess DeFeo, and I am a social media coach for women entrepreneurs who know they are on a mission to change the world with their business, but are struggling with how to market themselves authentically to their ideal client on social media. I can help you go from overwhelmed and confused on what to post to creating effective and impactful content that converts your followers into customers. Head to my website to grab your free course, Instagram 101 for Business, and learn the strategies I use to grow my business in just 6 months.
Welcome back, Texans. Wendy here with entertainment contributor Lundon Knighten and tech consultant Kat Shelby.
Yes, guys. And Kat was actually just sharing how your company can make money using technology. So I hope you guys are taking notes.
Yes, ladies. I was just thinking about how I watch the Connect show all the time, and it's mostly about elevation. I thought it would be exceptional if we share the technology that has helped elevate our business and lives to the next level. Name one form of technology, like an app, a device, a social media, that has helped make your company either run smoother, share information out. You know what? I'll go first. I'm all about being able to, share information. And one thing I really try to consistently do is make sure that on all of our social media that we're sending out tips and tricks and just things that can help grow your business. Like, here's 5 things to think about when you're doing your cybersecurity evaluations, or here's things to think about when you're building redundancy. I mean, those are just some of the things that we do. What do you guys recommend?
Wendy, you want to jump in there?
Well, I'm over on the the bookkeeping end as far as our law offices. So for me, things that have really helped me and make my job so much easier are like our software programs, our case management. Because we got to bring in that money. And I just love that, now we can just send a link and payment is taken care of, and so for me, that just really makes my job so much easier. How about you, Lundon?
Well, I'm with the easy working easier method. Okay. And honestly, I love social media. For me, that is, as an entertainer and creator, that's my most easiest and effective way to create and submit new content to my viewers and supporters, be it funny or serious content. That's an easy way that I can, get all my marketing done and my communications in an effective and simple way. Having so much to do in a day. We all know woman's work is never done, but with a couple hits of a button, most of it can be done simply. So I'm thankful. How about you guys at home? What is one form of technology that has elevated your career or business? Let us know on our Instagram. Come and show us love on our new page, as a matter of fact, at the Connect Network TV. We decided not to pay the ransom to the hackers and just start fresh and new with an entire new page. So ease on down the road and show us some love.
And thank you to my lovely co-hosts, Kat and Lundon, today for being a lovely co-host with me. And also thank you to you all at home for putting yourself first and tuning into some motivation this weekend here with us on the Connect Show, Texas. Lundon and Kat, before you go, can you share with our viewers how we can reach you one more time?
So absolutely. Check out our website. Go to any of our social medias. They're generally Shelby Tech Solutions or Shelby Technology Solutions. And feel free to give us a call or email us. There might be a discount for you if you mention the Connect Network. So things to think about, ladies. Thank you.
I love a discount. It's just in my nature. You guys can all find me on all social media at Lundon Knighten, LUNDON KNIGHTEN. Also at my website, lundonnighten.com, and just stay abreast with all that we do.
Thank you, ladies. And we will see you next week on the Connect Network TV.